We are here in beautiful Arizona. This is Starlight Starbright Observatory. If you've been following us, you know that we have sold our home, time to make some life changes, and we are out here to build a new observatory. If we couldn't take the old one with us, and we're missing a lot of start time, and it's going to be a little bit while till the house is done, but this is one thing we can get done. We're going to try and document as much as possible on our build so you can follow along and make some of your own educated decisions and hopefully find it's something that you can do. It's super rewarding, and once you get into it, you'll see, as I did, it's really not that hard to do. It's a lot of math, which I'm not good at, so I know if I can do it, then you can do it. So stay tuned here, and I'm going to show you here in just a bit how we have everything positioned, and we're going to get started today. Okay, here we have it. Today we're going to start this, dragging this foundation for the pad flat with our tractor. You can see our mark right here on the ground. That is northwest. And I believe this time that's the way we're going to make the roof slide off. We had it sliding off to the west last time. And we were, there were a few objects that we wanted to get to the west. The roof was kind of in the way, but this way, we, in my experience of having the other observatory, we never really look at anything in the northwest. If we do, it's few and far between, and likely we would like it to be high in the sky, because even though we're way out here in the middle of nowhere, Phoenix is, it's hard to see that way, but Phoenix and Mesa are that way. And you can get a little sky glow even though we're pretty far out. But usually most of the targets we are going to do are from this mark right here. And we're going to go all the way around to the north here. And then we have this beautiful horizon all the way around. And we're going to end up over here at the west. There's a few cactuses out here. For the most part, everything we view is going to be in the northeast around to the west. And this is going to be great. And there's some cactuses there, but they are not tall, high enough. Anything we usually look at is usually at like a 30-degree angle or more. You don't want to look at anything into the horizon because it just makes for really bad viewing. And then we can we're going to use the same wall height, which was 7 feet. Because it does get pretty windy out here, and then we're going to try and keep some of the wind off of the scope, because then that makes it hard to image. But I'm going to go over here, and as you can see, we have 12 feet mapped out right here, right where that little rock starts on that tape line, right over to the end of this soft tape right there. And then it's for facing northwest with there. And we're going to go ahead and get this all staked out and show you what we did here in just a minute. Okay, as you can see, right here, oh, I'm in the light here. Let's see here. You can see, I'm looking for my green mark here. So there's a green mark right there with the spray paint. And right over here, there's another one right there. You can see that. And then we have it facing northwest. And our other green markers right here, we put 3 little green dots down. We just got them roughed out right there to see where the 12 by 12 pad is going to go. Actually, the pad is going to be a little bit bigger. It will be probably 12 like 4 by 12.4. This gives you like a little edge on the side of your pad, so you're not building right up to the edge of your pad. So we're going to get this staked out, and then we'll show you how we did it. Okay, you just saw us clean the the top of this off right here, where we're going to be putting our observatory. We cleaned off a little bit more than 12 by 12. You just want to pick the flattest spot possible. We had this little knoll right up here on the other side of this wash, and it's pretty high and pretty flat right here, and no obstructions, and that's why we chose to put the observatory here. And what we did is we laid out our, we took some paint and we roughed out 12 by 12. Now remember, whether you're building like an 8 by 8, a 10 by 10, or a 12 by 12 observatory, you're going to want your pad just a little bit bigger than your building. So we're doing a 12 by 12. So we're going to make our pad 12'4" by 12'4", and that gives us a couple inches all the way around the observatory, so you're not building right up to the very edge, because you're going to need to be drilling some anchors in there later, and if you get too close, you run a risk of cracking your concrete. Okay, so you can see our double stakes here. We're going to do this in each corner. There's a lot of YouTube videos on this. I might not be the best teacher, but basically on each corner you're going to have two stakes like this that intersect, and where your lines meet is going to be the corner of your pad. We just did one corner for right now, and what we did is we squared that up. There's some good videos on YouTube showing it, but it's basically, to square your corner, you're going to do the 3, 4, 5 method. So basically what we did is, I had my co-host here, she held the tape measure from the inside corner all the way over, and then right where that string is, that is 4 feet, and we did that over to here, and there's another little line right there, if you can see, that's 3 feet, and then you measure between those two with the tape, and when you move your last stake up back and forth, that needs to, you're going to need 2 people, that needs to equal 5 feet. So 3 on one side, 4 on the other side, it doesn't matter which side, and then in between them, you will diagonally on the same inside of the tape, you want to measure 5 feet, and that will give you a perfectly square corner. I forget the theory behind it, but trust me, it works. So we're going to go ahead and get the rest of this staked out for 12'4" by 12'4", and then we'll show you what we have. Oh, also, we have on here to get you at least sort of rough you in to where your forms are going to go. Right there, as you can get these from the hardware store, they're like $5 a piece. It's a little line level. As you can see, we're pretty roughed in right there, and that'll give us an idea of when we put our 2x4s down to pour. We'll get pretty close with that, and then level it off with a 4-foot level on each side, and that'll give us a nice level pad. So we're going to go ahead and get started, and then in a few minutes we'll see what we end up with. Okay, well, I think we've got our line squared up. Basically, we have 2 stakes in each corner, and we did the 3, 4, 5 rule in one corner. Did another staked out to another corner to the right length, and then you just kind of have to play with it. Me and our co-host here, if you can see here, we've moved these stakes around a little bit, and if you apply that 3, 4, 5 rule to 2 corners as you go, the last corner will be right where you need it to be, and it was obviously with stakes, it was within a 1/16 of an inch, which is great. And we did do 12'6" by 12'6", and that will give us a 3-inch border around the observatory when we set our frame down on top of it. Just give you a nice little step, this way you're not right up against the end of your concrete. Here, if you give me a second, I'm going to turn this around and show you. Okay, there we are. This is how it's supposed to look. You have some opposing stakes in each corners right there, and there's our 12'6" by 12'6" square. And as you can see right down here, that intersecting line is where your corner of your pad is going to be in each corner. And then once we get our 2x4s out here to form this, because this is how I'm going to form it, I'll form it with a 2x4s all the way around, get some metal stakes driven to hold those forms, and then we can definitely level it and square it a little bit better than with the string levelers. and we'll be in good shape. And we'll check it real quick with the 3-4-5 rule when we, and some actual like actual big, I have a couple big squares you can check the corners in, and then that's how we're going to do it. And remember, it doesn't have to be exact. I mean, it is just a concrete pad, and your building will be more exact, and you'll be able to scoot it around a little bit on this pad. And remember, nothing has to be absolutely perfect. We just have to make it as close as we can, and it will be all right. And I think that's going to be about it for today. It's getting pretty hot here. It's still almost 100 out here every day. We're hoping the weather's going to break just a little bit more. But as you can see, we got it pretty flat with our Case 480C right here. You know, just a quick drags with the box blade. And then our roof is going to come off this northwest corridor over here. And it does slope away a little bit, but we're not worried about that right now, because when we go to build our trestle to hold the roof, we can just get poor little piers with the auger, and we'll get into that later. And then just a couple of them in the back, they'll just sort of get higher as they go, so this way we don't have to do a lot of groundwork. And you can do that anywhere, that's not here. But you know, the flatter the better, but as long as your building's flat, you don't have to worry about the rest of it. It's going to be easy. So until we come out here again, well, which should be here, it won't be this week at all, because we're overseeding at work and I'm super swamped with that at the golf course. But after that, hopefully this weekend, my neighbor's going to come out here and help me move a couple of my containers to build our container garage. And then we're going to get right back on this, because we're losing streaming and star time out here. All right, from Starlight Starbright Observatory, we will see you soon.